All right, and this is going to be the simple down quick version. I think I'm going to have to go very in-depth with these players. But Travis Etienne versus Najee Harris. You have two completely different style of running backs. When you go to a dessert table and it has cake and it has pie, some people like cake and some people like pie. And so they are completely different. And it's really hard to actually compare them because they are such different style of running backs. And the big question is, well, who did you take 1.01 in a standard league? Not really in a super flex league, but we can talk about that at a different point. But in a standard or PPR league, even in that fact, just a regular league with one QB. And so when we talk about that, I think you look at Najee Harris, 6'2", 220 to 230, nimble, quick feet, but not great long speed. He's showed in some of his personal videos that he can get up to 21, 22 miles per hour on a treadmill. That's awesome and all, but I mean, the football speed is just, it's not elite, you would say, but he has great hurdling abilities. We've watched him through the national championship game, and he makes some really good runs. And it's really hard to compare him because there's not really that many 6'2" running backs themselves. And then when you add that he's actually like a weirded, like he's probably he plays more like a 5'10" running back that has nimble feet and can catch out of the backfield. He's very hard to compare. I would like to probably consider him as kind of a DeMarco Murray-ish type that can catch, has nimble feet, can hurdle. That would be probably my biggest similarity at this point. Some people even said Edgerrin James, but it's really hard to narrow down somebody that is just, he's an orange among apples. And then we have Travis Etienne. He is that boom guy. You want 12 carries for 40 yards 1 week? You know what? That is awesome. Well, it's not really awesome. But then that 13th carry, it goes for 70 yards and a touchdown. That is what Travis Etienne actually brings. He brings a completely different style of running. Najee Harris is going to give you safety. Travis Etienne is going to give you boom or bust. And so you have to figure out, well, which one do you like? Travis Etienne is probably more of your Raheem Mostert type. He would actually fit great in San Francisco. If San Francisco would draft a running back early enough, I think that Travis Etienne would fit great in a Kyle Shanahan running scheme where there's bigger holes. He can use his acceleration. His pass catching, he's grown in his pass catching in his college career, but I mean, considering that Kyle Shanahan's offense isn't primarily related around that, like that could be a good spot. But then also you have 49ers have Jeff Wilson and stuff like that, and it could be a mess there. So the ideal landing spots for some of these running backs are still kind of up in the air with, well, who do they re-sign and who do they keep? And so that's why I think it's really hard to predict, well, which running back is better. It just depends on what kind of running back you like. Do you like safety every week? Maybe not the upside of 2-3 touchdowns every week and 150, 200 yards. Or you're going to have maybe 12 carries for 40 yards, and then all of a sudden, boom, 14 carries for 100 and some yards and maybe a touchdown or two. That's going to be Travis Etienne. He has extreme long speed. He's not as quick as like a Chris Johnson who ran a 4.24. He runs more of a 4.38 to 4.40, while Najee Harris hopefully runs at the combine probably a 4.5 something. As long as it doesn't say 4.6 something, then we're okay. Because I really think that he can run underneath that 4.59. I've seen some of his improvements through his senior year. Now the last big thing. The last big thing is always age. Najee Harris is a little bit older than some individuals that are coming into the class. In fact, he could have came out last year, and so could have Etienne, but Etienne is 21, while Najee Harris is 23. So we have some issues with age, but a lot of people say, well, is that a big concern? I look at the rookie contract and I go, well, 24, 25, 26, 27, so 4 years. Who also can produce quicker? I think Najee Harris is, I guess, scheme independent. He's not dependent on a certain landing spot. For that situation, then, I would choose Najee Harris over Travis Etienne at this point. Now, landing spot could change. Combines could come out. Najee Harris runs with lead feet, maybe. Hopefully there's a combine. And those things could change my opinion of what those orders would be. There's also a couple other running backs that are not totally out of the realm. I'll post a 2020 redraft video, but my redraft going in, or my draft going in of 2020, just so you guys get a perspective, the top 4 running backs were Swift, Swift, Dobbins, Jonathan Taylor, CEH. Those 4 running backs, and then Akers. And pretty much, besides the Akers point, they flipped on landing spot. And that's why CEH went 1 in most drafts. Then Jonathan Taylor went 2, then Dobbins, and then Swift went 4 in a lot of different leagues. And sometimes they switched around, and then Akers went 5. And sometimes he went later than some of the wide receivers as well. I know some people tried putting him in there. And so I will be doing a 2020 redraft video here. I'll do the first probably 24 picks, just so you have a perspective of somebody that's just like, okay, I'm watching football every weekend. I'm also watching film. I'm also seeing how they're utilized, looking at different situations like, okay, Marlon Mack probably not going to be resigned by the Colts. Does that matter? Like those things, those little things. It's also just another place you can get content, another place that you can look at stuff. So if you like this video, please just like. If you want to, you can subscribe as well. I'm going to be posting more videos here in the next upcoming weeks because I'm excited for the upcoming football season. Again, I'm excited hopefully for fans to be in the stands here. And I don't want football to end, but it's going to be ending here in about a month. So this is it for Marcus. I'm at Dynasty Football Dads. If you have any questions, please comment below so then I can answer those and help you walk through. Hopefully we can all get championships here next year. All right, take care, guys.